Hey everybody, it's Gamer Gramps here, and today we're going to be talking about Diablo 4, specifically about Shred and using Rabies while playing Shred. So I've just finished taking a hardcore druid from level 1 to 23. As you can see, we got Raxantarax here. This is not Raxantarax. Let's get that out of the way. I have no ill intent towards him by any means. However, I don't think he could be further from the truth with his overall feelings and statements that he's made publicly about Shred, and I think it all revolves around, well, let's be real, I know it all revolves around him not actually playing with Rabies and playing the poison variant, because after having such a polar opposite experience myself, I had to go and find what the fuck happened and how he could feel so differently about it than me when I depend on him for a lot of my D4 knowledge, as I'm basically like the king of casualties sort of thing. Staying focused here, I'm about to go and level from, like, we just killed the curator in the footage here, an hour and 22, so like it wasn't fast by any means. We're 23, so we're gonna level to 55 with this guy as fast as we can, or he's gonna die one way or the other. I'm not really too worried about it. Then I'm gonna be starting my level 1 to 100 with Lupine Fiasco here. That's not this video, that's not what you're here for. We're basically just gonna put some footage on of me playing with the Shred Rabies Druid, and I kind of went on a little rant about the feedback that Rax provided, and so I'm just going to put that out there to the world, the hopes that basically I can convince you to give this a try. I'm going to take the footage that I've gathered now from playing with our fake Raxantarax and the footage I'm about to get from taking it to 55 or death, whatever comes first, and I'm going to use that for the footage I need in order to do a descriptive build guide to show you exactly how I'm playing and why I'm doing the things I'm doing and how it's so different and so powerful compared to the guide that they have up on Maxroll. And that's why, honestly, I think they need to reevaluate their position on this build and specifically write a whole new guide, because there's this hot dog shit. But that being said, I do know from watching Rax's content that he has a sense of humor, so I'm sure this wouldn't ruffle his feathers too much. He's a big boy and can handle it. Without any further ado, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. And then me from last week is gonna go on a rant telling you why you should play this and why you shouldn't listen to the feedback that Rax provided after playing on the PTR. But yeah, anyway, enjoy or don't. It's up to you. Nice, we got level 25. I'm coming back for this spirit.
I must wait a moment.
And at level 25, we're going straight to Lupine Ferocity. I'm just driving through this shit and getting to the dungeon before I stop. Okay, there you go. I'm off my horse. All right, we got 3 points to invest. We'll max out quick shift. Then we'll go into defensive posture after. We're not doing the curator right away. Normally I would go defensive posture first if I was going to the curator. But yeah, Lupine Ferocity all day, every day. That is just gonna make this build fucking sing. Okay, so again, we don't have to kill any of these guys. We just have to target the Animus carriers. So that's what we're gonna do. And stop for spirit offering. So I guess we'll stop for elites too. But as you can see, we're done the game, basically, more or less. Like we're God mode now until the end. But hey, Shred Druid, fucking garbage, man. Not even on the fucking leveling build, because it's just ugh. I mean, we need to write fucking 2-page documents to send to Blizzard about this, because goddamn, what a horrible, nasty ass, shitty leveling experience. In fact, one of the worst out of any Diablo, any build, any version, any era, any time. This is just dog shit. Like absolute dog shit. Yeah. Resources are a problem early game, by the way, guys. It's really hard to maintain your spirit. So that's why, like, the aspect of unsatiated just it feels bad. It's clunky, unnoticeable. Like really, you don't feel the impact. Like your defenses are bad, because with this build, you have to jump into the fray, like right in the thick of things, and it's just unfortunately your kill speed is just so slow that I mean, you're constantly dying as you can't kill anything. There's no way in the early levels to maintain your spirit. I mean, in World Tier 4, maybe, then Aspect of the Unsatiated will come online and feel good, but that's only once you have like all of your spirit boons, like all 400. It's gotta be, because like Jesus, Shred just feels so weak in the early game that like I don't know what the fuck Blizzard is thinking. This is one of the worst, if not the worst, leveling experience I have ever had in any version of Diablo, any fucking game. I played every one of them. Like, I'm 38, man. I played every version of Diablo. First game I ever played, I'm a Blizzard fanboy, man. First game I ever played was Warcraft 2. Second game was Diablo 1, and third game was StarCraft Original. So I've been around Blizzard products for a while, and let me tell you, this Shred build is just fucking dog shit. Like, I don't know another way to explain it. I mean, the resources are a problem. The aspects need to be reworked, because it's just, there's no synergy at all between Rabies and Shred. None. They need to rework that 100%. Like, I think if they do everything that I'm suggesting in my glorious, fucking wonderful, well-experienced, definitely tried Rabies before I talked about it, you know, in my vast experience, speed leveling 25 different characters to 100 in Season 4, if there's one thing that all that experience taught me, it's that there's definitely not synergies between Rabies and Shred at all. The Shred Druid, in fact, is garbage. It's fucking like, they just need to go back to the drawing board, essentially. I mean, like, the skill itself looks cool, like the dash feels good, but that's basically the only thing that works about it. Because, like, I mean, you're just vulnerable, nothing's dying, you're sitting there fucking smacking away at these things for so long until you get to the end game, because I mean, there's no AoE damage with it whatsoever. You're definitely dependent on Stormclaw. I mean, without Stormclaw, you're definitely not playing Shred right, but that doesn't feel good until the late game. So it's, until you get there, I mean, it's just a struggle. The struggle is real. Especially the Curator, too. Don't get me started about the Curator. That fight, that whole dungeon leading up to the Curator, what a painful process. If you don't mind me saying, it is just a headache. Nothing is dying. You're constantly freaking, like, just banging away at things and hoping that they don't stun you and kill you, because you just have no damage in the early game when you're playing with the Shred Druid. It just doesn't kill anything. I mean, nobody in their right mind is using Rabies. Once upon a time, believe it or not, the alpha version of Rabies was good. It was amazing, but you know, Blizzard nerfed it into the ground and they made Rabies completely useless. Even though Rabies has gotten upgrades since then, it is just weak. It's not where it needs to be. It serves no purpose. There's definitely no synergy whatsoever when used in conjunction with Shred. None. They definitely need to work on this. You know, if they really take my high value ideas, like high energy, big baller ideas,
I'm not ready yet,
and they incorporate them, you know, all of these that me and 2,500 people, we spent all this time fucking doing. But hey, we didn't try Poison Rabies and Poison Shred, because that's fucking hot dog shit. But we did have time to write this 2-page document, and thank God we did, because I mean, the state of Shred right now, is just unfucking playable. It's total dog shit. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I mean, you feel so slow. Like, you don't have the resources for shredding at all. You just constantly,
I must wait.
you're not able to keep it up. You're constantly losing the damage boost to unsatiated. I don't know. I feel like I'm just regurgitating something I've heard before and not like making a whole lot of sense at the moment, but I'm gonna stay true and stick to my gun because this is a hill I will die on. Shred is just, it's in bad state, especially in the early game. It doesn't feel good. I mean, bad. Not to mention the spirit boons either. Like, those are hard to come by. Significantly hard to come by. All right, so this boss fight, guys, it's gonna take a bit because, I mean, it's a Tomb Lord. And when you're fucking around with the Tomb Lord, you gotta be careful because just, there's no damage with this build whatsoever. And definitely prepare yourself for when eventually you are ready to go and tackle the curator. You really want to make sure you're ready for it. It's going to take a lot of effort and time. You got to be careful when you get to that dungeon too. Like I said, Shred Druid needs a lot of work. Definitely not in a good place, and it's not going to be for a while. They have to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what to tell you. I'm glad that Boiler was there. Shout out to Boiler. He's the druid main that does all the guides at Maxroll. Appreciate him taking the time to really drill down and come out with, you know, all the information that helps guide my decisions. If it wasn't for him, and shout out to him, he's just doing a bang out job with the leveling guide specifically, and then on top of that, just the overall, like the overall experience. I mean, if it wasn't for him telling me that the Shred Druid was shit, I wouldn't know how miserable I could possibly be. And I appreciate that he steered me clear of trying the Shred build, because ultimately, like, I want to have fun. Like, Shred zipping around, that part is fun, but you can't maintain any of it because you can't kill anything, and you're just constantly, there's no way to just deal the damage. You're just always being attacked and destroyed. Like, I'm constantly respawning, and it interrupts your enjoyment of the game. Like, it just, and then the council chamber fight too, that can be a struggle. You can be there for a while, so prepare yourself for it. Lupine Ferocity, definitely dog shit skill. Definitely needs a lot of work. Hey, you know what? A good idea would be to have it only target healthy enemies, because, like, then if they were healthy, you might be able to get the damage bonus. And maybe if they change it from, you know, fighting injured enemies and doing your bonus damage to injured enemies, I think a needed buff would be if we were to change it and we were to, you know, make it hit healthy enemies, because then it might be useful to us.
I'm not ready yet.
Thank God for Boiler and his fucking infinite wisdom. Anyway, sorry about that. I went on a tangent there. The reason I purposely, I did that for a reason, because I'm gonna make a snarky video. I'm in a pissy mood. Like, I'm actually, at this point, I was a little bit bitter before. Now I'm a lot of bit bitter. Like, I'm actually bitter at fucking Maxroll. Like, not even a lie. Like, I could have been playing, like, you can see the footage from the videos I put out yesterday. This was fucking fun in season 4. It's even better in season 5. And the only reason I hadn't have tried Shred for myself prior to when I did in the PTR, which then clued me into, like, hey, you can play it in the fucking season 4 too, but yet it was complete dog shit on Maxroll's fucking tier list, so I never bothered trying, and I counted on them to do their fucking job. And clearly this boiler fucking character, whoever the druid lead of fucking Maxroll is, shout out to him, is so fucking competent at, you know, playing the main class that he plays, that he definitely is somebody I want to be taking advice from going forward. I will be looking for his takes on the druid, because clearly he's at the fucking top of his game. I mean, he's all over everything. And yeah, like, thank God for Boiler, man. If it wasn't for him giving us this fucking awesome knowledge, like, fuck me. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit fucking irritated because I'm cranky. I've only had 3 hours of sleep. And then, like, the fact that this is so fun, and I could have been playing it all of season 4, and the only reason I didn't was because of fucking Maxroll's tier list. Like, yeah, we're not building spaceships here, fucking boys and girls. We're playing Diablo. Like, especially from 1 to 50, play for yourself. If something sounds fun to you, try it out. Don't listen to the fucking stupid ass guide, because, like, you're gonna miss out on the experience. Like, even following their fucking S tier necro fucking leveling guide, I could fucking level faster than that with my version of the same necro, just like with different tweaks. Like, they literally said not the, like, it's a build that fucking uses, oh, anyways, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But yeah, like, I could just completely made my own build that wasn't focused around anything. It just sounded fun and I wanted to try it out, and it only took me half an hour longer to level my necro than it did to level with their S tier god tier mode, which didn't even have a fucking poison explosion in the build. It was absolutely no fun at all. It was just boring and clunky and fucking whatever. And so my build that was like fun and I enjoyed it, and it, like, I was doing shadow darkness, using, like, pulling things in with frickin' the spawning pools of blight under me, and using the bone prison one that spawns, like, the aspect of plunging darkness combined with the aspect of empowering reaper, and combining that with frickin' creeping darkness, or crippling darkness, I mean, the one that, like, stuns them and deals shadow damage. Like, it was so fun to be playing with it. And I had such a great time for half an hour less speed. So I highly recommend just try your own builds yourself. Have fun. Like, this isn't fucking Path of Exile. You don't need Path of Building to fucking get through things effectively. They changed the game where, like, until you're pushing, like, balls deep into hard content, you can level 1 to 100 easily however you want on whatever build you want. And, like, if it sounds fun to you, try it out. Because, like, when you listen to this fucking, all these guides, half these fucking guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, okay, Woody knows what he's talking about. Frickin', like, Rob 2628 or whatever that is, he knows what he's talking about. Macro Bio Boy, he knows what he's talking about. This fucking boiler character, clearly he's sleeping at the wheel when it comes to Shred Druid, at least. I can only imagine, like, I don't even like the fucking Druid, so I can only imagine what the rest of his fucking build guides are like. If this is, like, he shit all over this build and fucking, like, doesn't even use clarity, how can you fucking play a Shred build without clarity? Like, you're missing literally stacks upon stacks upon stacks of multiplicative damage and crit chance. And, like, not to mention, it's now on amulets. And I'm getting so fucking cranky that I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah. Putting a defensive aspect on, probably recommended. But as you can see, as long as you're fucking paying
I must
attention,
wait a moment.
not the hardest of fights. Okay? But hey, you know, the Shred Druid, fucking dumpster fire, man. Just total dog shit. Yeah, maybe in the end game, maybe then, you know, but early game, holy fuck, just straight trash. Straight trash.